everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. In today's pick a card reading, we are asking, what is replacing a negative situation in your life? Once you choose your card, you can find the timestamps in the description box below, which will take you directly to your reading. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is also linked in the description box below. Just know that I will never reach out to you to book a reading. My website is the only way to book a reading with me. If someone does reach out to you, that is not me. Okay. Spirit, we are asking, what is replacing a negative situation in your life? Can we have a card for pile number 1, please? Can we have a card for pile number 2, please? Can we have a card for pile number 3, please? Just one? I think there's 2. Okay, I'll take the top one. Okay, pile number 1. You have commit, and you have the Angelite crystal. Pile number 2, you have take the lead, and you have the Kyanite crystal. Pile number 3, you have be authentic, and you have the blue opal. Please take as long as you need choosing your card or cards, and I'll see you in your readings. Hello, pile number 1. You have the Angelite crystal, and your card is commit, and you also have number 22 here. So I feel like whatever it is that is replacing this negative situation in your life, I feel like it's going to be pretty life-changing with number 22 here. I feel like it's something that you want to commit to. So it's either a person or a thing, a place that you want to commit to. But the feeling I'm getting is that you've never really wanted to commit 100% to something like you do with this particular idea. Okay, so I feel like you're making a firm decision and you're going to move forward with it. You are 100%, 1000% committed to this new idea. And I feel like the universe is also committed to you being committed to this idea. So I feel like the universe is really going to help you pursue this goal or pursue this idea that you have. We'll see what the cards say. This could even be, this could be a relationship. This could be a relationship with yourself. This could be self-improvement. This could be a new job, moving somewhere, volunteer work, a hobby, so it could really be pretty much anything. What's important here is that there is this level of commitment, this level of knowing that, okay, this is where I'm supposed to be. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is what I want to do also, which is pretty important. So I'm feeling like whatever this is, it's giving you a sense of purpose also. Okay. What else? Is there anything else? Yeah, I think that's it right now for this card. Let's go ahead and get your other cards. Okay, Spirit, we are asking, what is replacing a negative situation in pile number 1's life? Leadership. I love this. So remember with the commit card, I got a strong sense of confidence, and that goes along with leadership. I'm getting a sense of coming out of hibernation with the bear here. So coming out of hibernation or coming out of a time of uncertainty or a lack of confidence or, you know, something like that. And I feel like coming out of that, there is this power in your soul that is saying, okay, I am ready to move forward. Nothing is going to stand in my way. I took some time to figure out exactly what it is that I want or what I need in my life, and now I'm going after it. So I feel like this is a very, very strong, powerful time in your life, especially because you have number 22. Okay. So important. Number 22 is such a good power number. So let's see what else. Okay, what else can you tell us for pile number 1? Taking risks. Look at that. See, I'm telling you, some of you are moving somewhere, but it's like you're going into kind of the unknown with taking risks. It's like, well, I just know in my soul that I have to pursue this, or I know it's going to turn out okay. I just need to take those first few steps. But definitely I feel some of you are relocating somewhere. It's kind of like you're ready to fly. I mean, look at the confidence in all of your cards. Your very first card is very, very confident, very committed to whatever it is that you're about to walk into. With the leadership here and the bear, it's like, don't mess with me and don't get in my way because I'm on a mission. And then you have the bird here, you know, flying and taking that risk. So yeah, very exciting. It's I feel like whatever it is, it's going to be life-changing, probably on multiple levels for you. And yeah, like I'm getting a feeling of like exhilaration. Okay. Okay, what else can you tell us for pile number 1? What is replacing a negative situation in pile number 1's life? I'm getting a sense of you might not have had like a purpose in life, or you didn't know which direction to go, or there was maybe like a lack of confidence with other things because it just didn't feel right. It didn't feel like, see, it's not necessarily like a lack of confidence because I see that you're quite confident with this, but it's like you could have known internally that it wasn't the right place or thing for you, like previously. Therefore, you lacked confidence moving forward with something. And it's like now, whatever is, and so that kind of created a negative situation in your life where it was kind of like maybe a little bit stagnant, or maybe not even stagnant, but maybe just trying to figure things out. And so I'm also getting like for some of you, there might have been a sense of depression or maybe not quite hopelessness, but like listlessness, kind of just like, oh, I'm here, I guess. I don't, don't have really any interest in it, but I'm here for now, that kind of feeling. And so I feel like that's going away, that's dissipating, you're coming out of that. I mean, look at all these cards, you're moving forward and you're leaving that behind. Okay, ooh, look at that, limitless. I love this for you. You're taking risks that will lead to limitless options, limitless opportunities. I feel like it's going to be quite magical for you. I feel like it's going to create a lot of growth for you. There could even be something a little bit creative, or maybe you have to get creative about certain decisions or certain things that you're going to be doing with this idea. I feel like you are kind of creating your own path forward. Like maybe before you were doing what you thought you should be doing, or you were kind of being held down by something. Maybe doing things that other people said you should be doing, and now you're like, no, I'm going to do what I want to do. I don't care if you think this idea is a little bit crazy. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to see what happens, and you'll see also that I'm going to be successful doing this. So I'm getting with limitless also new friends, new people, people that have like a fresh perspective on things, people that believe in you, people who identify with what it is that you're going to be doing, a support group, a support network, a lot of different things kind of falling into place where, you know, you'll look back and you'll say, wow, I don't even recognize my old life. Look, oh my gosh, you have confidence. This is what I said with the commit card. You have this incredible confidence and also leadership and taking risks. I mean, it's like you have confidence all over. So if you have any doubts, if somebody says, oh, you're too confident about this, what if it doesn't work? Just brush that aside, because everything here so far is screaming confidence, confidence. It's going to work out. The universe has your back. Yeah, there's something, it's like I just keep feeling this sense of excitement, like this fire in your soul, this need to create something or need to create your, you know, make your life this certain way or something like that. So I feel like it's going to work out for you. Okay, let's see. What else can you tell us, please? What is replacing a negative situation in pile number 1's life? The Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, so this is definitely something, again, that you feel in your soul. The way that this figure here is kind of holding that pentacle up toward like the abdomen area. And, you know, that's what makes me think of, and also because the yellow here represents the solar plexus. And so it's kind of like that drive, that energy to do something. You have this idea, and look at how the sun is coming up here. So it's a new beginning. It's laying a new foundation. I feel like it's you taking ownership and taking leadership over your life. Okay, so it could be that maybe you got a promotion and you're going to be, you know, running a department or running a company or something like that. Or with leadership, maybe you're going to be running your own business, especially with the Ace of Pentacles here. So also, it could be a new foundation with moving somewhere, taking a risk on picking up and moving somewhere and kind of just seeing what happens. So yeah, definitely a new foundation for you. So here we have the Justice card. So this can really indicate a lot of things that I've just said about that new foundation, moving somewhere, a new job, a new business, whatever that is, because justice can indicate commitment. Okay, definitely can indicate commitment with your first card. It can indicate legal things, legal paperwork. So anything that I mentioned could definitely involve paperwork, because if you move somewhere, you're probably, well, unless you're staying with friends or something like that, but even then you might have some kind of verbal contract, right? So you would most likely be signing a lease or buying a home, right? So that all involves legal paperwork. If you're getting a new job, there's legal paperwork, a commitment, right? So it doesn't have to be actual paperwork. It could just be a verbal commitment. It could be a commitment to yourself. Okay, and then with the sword, what I'm seeing is that you are taking a stand, saying, I'm no longer going to just sit on the sidelines. I am literally cutting out these negative thoughts, cutting out this negative situation from my life, and I'm creating more balance, and I'm moving forward. And if anyone or anything tries to get in my way, I'm just going to walk right past it or fly right past it with these two cards here. Look at this. You have the Sun card. This is so cool. I love this for you. The Sun card really, excuse me, gives you a bright blessing. This is the universe saying, hey, we have your back, which is what I felt with the commit card. And you have the sun coming up here, the sunflower. Okay, so a lot of good positive things coming your way, a lot of growth. I feel like there's some kind of awakening going on, like awakening in your soul, leaving behind a lack of direction or a lack of confidence or really anything that was holding you back. Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands. Yeah, this is the energy I'm feeling for you. So with the Knight of Wands, I feel like you're committing to something, you're going forward, nothing's going to get in your way. The Knight of Wands thinks for themselves. The Knight of Wands says, I don't care about the risks. I'm going to do it. I have confidence. This is like a very, very confident card. This is a committed card. This is movement forward. This can be very quick movement forward. So what I'm feeling with the Knight of Wands is like, you got this idea, and I feel like you put a lot of thought and effort into this idea. I feel that you, with the eye here, I feel that you looked at it from different angles, kind of, you know, checked things out, said, okay, I think this will work. And I feel like you don't necessarily have 100% of the details set in stone, but you have confidence that things are going to work out. The Knight of Wands is also, to me, kind of a limitless energy of let's go forward, let's figure out the rest of the details as we go along. So yeah, there's you have a vision, and you, I feel, are going to bring that vision to life. I also feel like you feel a sense of protection, you feel a sense of fearlessness going forward. And we have the Knight of Cups. Look at that, back to back, Knight of Wands and Knight of Cups. That is so cool. I love that for you. So this is something you're pursuing for yourself. You are, oh, I'm getting a lot from this card. This is something that's really in your heart, something that, are some of you, you know what I just got? And of course this isn't going to apply to everybody, but it's okay. It's just look at this example as kind of the energy, which you should really do anytime I mention it or have an example for you. So I just had like a vision of somebody sitting in an office and feeling stagnant there, and kind of always checking the clock, saying, oh, I have 7 hours left. And then, oh, I have 6 hours left. I have 5 hours left. And then one day they go into that office and they say, I can't do this anymore. I just can't do it. I can't. And they go home that night and they notice that they're not really wanting to pursue their hobbies anymore. And then it kind of hits them and they say, well, what if I pursue my hobby as a career? And then they go and they give their 2-week notice, and they're not sure the details of how it's going to work out, okay, with these two cards together. But they know, like, well, it just has to work out. I'm going to make it work out because I can't do that any longer. So that's kind of the energy that I'm getting, that it might have been kind of a quick decision, but also there's a knowing in your heart that, no, this is the right decision. I need to do this for myself, for my peace of mind. It's going to work out. I'm pursuing something that I love. And yeah, and then kind of figuring it out as you go along. So here you have the Lover's card. So it's like I said, pursuing something that you love, pursuing something that is definitely going to work out for you. And with the Lover's card, there could be some kind of sacrifice here, which could be taking that leap of faith, right? Saying, I don't know, I don't have all the details, I don't know exactly how everything's going to work out, but I'm going to make it work out. Okay, so with the Lover's card and your other cards that have come up here, I am going to mention that this could be relating to committing to a relationship. Okay, so let me just go over that real quick in case that's what's going on for some of you. So definitely with the commit card in 22, this could definitely be a relationship. Maybe you never felt like you wanted to commit to somebody like this before, but now you're really feeling like this is something that is special, that is worthwhile. And you have the leadership card here, right? So you're taking leadership, you're taking ownership of your life. You're saying, no, this is what I want. You're taking that risk. you're feeling very confident that this partnership, this relationship is going to work out for you. And with the Ace of Pentacles, this is like moving forward with a new life with somebody. With the Justice card, you could be getting married or moving in together. The Sun card, the universe is shining a light on both of you, and you see the vines here kind of coming together. So, you know, kind of molding your lives together. And then you have the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups. So it's kind of what I was saying, if you don't have all the details yet, right? Because you don't know everything that's going to happen in this relationship, but you're fully committed. And then of course you have the Lovers card. So that is definitely something that could be happening for some of you. And if not, then it's, you know, it's that kind of same scenario applied to any situation, because it's having that level of commitment and that level of, you know, I'm going to move forward with this. I know this is right. So yeah, what I'm saying could really apply to a relationship or a situation, moving, whatever it is that you have going on. And you have the Fool card. I love that this came up, because this is exactly what I've been saying. You have the Fool energy. So the Fool is not afraid to take risks. The Fool is not afraid to commit to something. The Fool card can have, you know, a touch of the Knight of Wands energy, the Knight of Cups energy, the Lover's energy. All of these cards here can really kind of be pieces of what the Fool represents. So it's that moving forward, that excitement, that, you know, saying, oh, I'm not sure exactly how it's going to work out yet. I don't have all of the details, but I know it's going to work out. Look at you. You have the Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands, Knight of Cups, Knight of Swords. There's nothing that's going to get in your way. You know, I'm almost getting that there was a catalyst for this. Kind of like I told you, like if you're going into an office and one day you just cannot do it anymore, or maybe your boss yells at you for something, or your coworkers are, you know, unbearable. And then one day you just say, that's it, I've had enough, I can't do this anymore. And then you just right then and there commit to changing your life. And then that's it, you're off to the races. I mean, that is the energy that I'm feeling here. If it's a relationship, it could be that maybe you know, weren't sure if you wanted to commit, or maybe you never wanted to really commit to somebody like that, and you meet this person and maybe one day it just hits you and you say, oh, this is my person. And then from then, you know, there on, you're committed to this person. So yeah, it's a time of excitement. It's a time of leaving something behind. So, okay. So what is replacing a negative situation in your life? I feel like you are taking action to replace a negative situation in your life. I feel like for most of you, this is something that you've actively done, opposed to something kind of falling in your lap. If something fell in your lap and you're like, oh wow, look at that, I should pursue that opportunity, I feel like there was something before that that was really annoying, that was causing stress in your life. You know, that same kind of feeling of like, oh, I just can't live this the way I've been living anymore. And then poof, something fell into your lap. But I feel like for most of you, this was like a process. This is something that you were working on, but one day you had a flash and you said, I can't do this anymore, I'm going to do this. We have the Temperance card. Yeah, because this is exactly what you're after. You're after more balance. You're after things that blend in your life more easily. You're after a feeling of like loving your life, having more fun in your life, pursuing something that has more meaning for you. You want to embrace kind of, I don't want to say something that's more simple, but something that's kind of easier, something that flows, something that just flows instead of having these bumps and these annoyances and all of these things, which of course you're going to have that no matter what you do, but not on the same level as this other thing that you are doing. So we have the King of Cups. Yeah. So Temperance card and King of Cups, I feel like balance, happiness, emotional well-being, self-care, I feel like these are all things that are very important to you right now. Taking care of yourself, enjoying your life, enjoying all aspects of your life. Really feeling, also this is confidence. This is knowing like I've made the right decision. Things are going to work out. I'm going to make it happen. So feeling on top of your game. And of course, this might not happen right away, but this is where you're going, right? You have confidence. You have, I feel like you're going to learn as you go with certain things, but you know that you're going to get there. So definitely you're a leader, or you are becoming a leader. Okay. A very strong, fair leader. The Nine of Wands. Okay. So I feel with the Nine of Wands, there's a couple things going on here. So I feel like with the Nine of Wands, this is representing, I know what I said before, where you're like, I can't do this anymore. I just can't do it anymore. I need to do something else. Okay. Now, typically with the Nine of Wands, I say don't give up. But there's a double meaning here. So I feel like this is representing when I said before, I can't do this anymore. I need to do something else. And I feel like you did that because you were in the Nine of Wands energy, feeling like I just can't do it anymore. But now that you're about to go into this new thing, or you've already taken a few steps into it, you have the energy of the Nine of Wands where you aren't going to give up because you're pursuing something in the Knight of Cups that you know is leading you to this perfect destination that we have, near perfect destination that we have with the Lovers card. So very interesting card and dual meaning in your particular reading. Yep, look at that. You have the Six of Swords, and the title of this is what is replacing a negative situation in your life. This is what I said earlier. So the Six of Swords is all about taking ownership and moving away from something that's not working, something that was stressful, something that was causing you anxiety, something that just wasn't working. And you see how this card is dark, but you have a little light here. So you're not sure all the details going forward. You just know that you need to start going forward. You need to pursue this idea. You need to leave something behind and start something new. The Six of Swords is also a card of confidence to me. This is a card of taking risks. This is a card of leadership. This is a card of commitment. All of your cards here, because you're taking a leap of faith in a sense. So it also embodies the Fool card. Kind of all of your cards really embody your last card here, saying there's something better out there for me. I'm going to pack up my bags, move on, and find that thing that is better for me. So really interesting card. Yeah, and that's your reading. So I hope you enjoyed it. I wish you all the luck on this new situation that's happening in your life. And I have confidence that you're going to do great. That is your reading. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a private reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, pile number 2, you have the Kyanite crystal, and your card is Take the Lead. So I feel like okay, so first of all, you're feeling confident and bold. You're feeling like, I've got this. I know how to go forward. I know to get what I want, and I'm going to do just that. So I feel like you're moving into some kind of new direction, a new commitment, maybe even seeing things differently, which is then allowing you to say, okay, I'm going to pursue that. I'm going to do that, or I'm going to commit to that. So it seems like you're kind of like I'm feeling like a sense of unpredictableness over here kind of in the past, and you're going into something that's more predictable, something that's more certain, something that's kind of like more solid even is kind of like the feelings that I'm getting. I feel like you're also no longer afraid to move forward. before, and maybe you weren't necessarily afraid before, but maybe you just hadn't come to that perfect place in your life where you wanted to move forward with something. So let's see, what else do I get with this card? I also feel like for most of you, you have a sense of, I'll get there when I get there, kind of like, I'm taking the lead, I'm going forward, but I don't necessarily have to do everything right now today. So it's kind of like this unfolding of things that I see happening in your life. So basically, I feel like all of those things are replacing a time in your life when maybe there was a sense of uncertainty or a sense of maybe other things weren't moving forward. And so you're saying, okay, this isn't working. I'm just going to take charge here and get things done. So it could also be something to do with a relationship. So we'll see what the cards say as we go forward, because this could be just a situation, or this could be more of like a relationship, or even a relationship with yourself, taking the lead, making improvements in your own life instead of waiting for other people to make those improvements for you. Okay, so let's look at your other oracle cards. Okay. Spirit, what is replacing the negative situation in pile number 2's life? Fulfillment. So I feel like whatever you were doing before, where you were before, you weren't really fulfilled. Almost like there wasn't any fruit on the tree, and you're taking kind of a bold step moving forward, saying, well, okay, that wasn't working, so I'm going to find something that will work for me. And I feel like where you're going, you are going to find fruit on the tree. I feel like there's a sense of intuition guiding you somewhere. Oh, and I don't think I ever noticed this before. There's a little horse right here. Can you see that? Yeah, you're definitely moving forward, committing to something. So I'm curious what your other cards are going to say. Maybe there's a lack of commitment to you where you were before. So maybe like a past relationship, maybe someone wasn't committed to you, maybe the past job that you had wasn't really committed to you. Maybe you were just a number there and you want to be somewhere more where you're more seen. Okay, so interesting. What else? Miracles. Wow. Fulfillment in miracles. And look at these rainbows. That is so cool. And look at your card here. This is kind of making me think of miracles happening. So I feel like with miracles and take the lead and fulfillment, I'm feeling like there was definitely lack in your life. Something wasn't working, something wasn't clicking together. And I feel like you saying, okay, I'm not going to accept this. I'm going to make something happen, because you're taking the lead. And because of that, I feel like things are shifting. Okay, things are shifting into place for you. And I also feel with miracles that the universe is helping. The universe, I feel, is seeing your dedication, is seeing your desire to pursue something, your desire to make something work. And I feel like the universe is going to also step in and help you in some way. Maybe bringing new people into your life, new offers into your life, new situations. So I feel like you're taking the lead, you're actively moving towards something, and the universe is actively helping you to bring certain people, places, things into your life that will help you fulfill your dream. Okay, what else? Boundaries. Interesting. So, okay, take the lead in boundaries. I feel like you are going places. Yeah, what did I say a second ago? with fulfillment, yeah, that's what it was. So you may have been in a relationship or a job or even like living somewhere that wasn't fulfilling to you. Maybe being around people that just didn't have anything to offer you. And the hummingbird always knows where to go. They always know how to find the flowers that have the nectar, right? And so I feel like you're putting up your boundaries, you're taking the lead, you're saying, no, I am no longer going to accept less than what I deserve in my life, period. I'm not going to do it. And I feel like with you taking that stand, that's where the universe is stepping in here with the miracles card saying, okay, we got your back. And I feel like what you're doing with setting these boundaries in your life where you're saying, I'm not going to accept less than what I deserve. Like, I deserve everything I want. And so I feel like this is kind of the catalyst for you to take a stand, take the lead, move forward. And so I feel like part of what's replacing a negative situation in your life, or like, you know, what's happening with the dynamic here is you taking a stand. I feel like that's kind of the catalyst for everything that's to come. You taking a stand, you no longer accepting less than what you deserve, which is then leading you forward, which is going to replace anything that was less than what you deserved in the past, which is over here. Okay. Unconditional. So with unconditional, I feel like there were certain situations in your life, and again, I'm feeling like this reading is going to apply to people, kind of a romance, and then other people who it's more like friends and business type of thing. With unconditional, I feel, and also boundaries, okay? I feel like these cards really go together. So I feel like there may have been a sense of wherever you were or wherever you currently are and you want to move out of it. I feel like I'm really feeling like you weren't appreciated, you weren't accepted, you weren't acknowledged, you weren't listened to. There's like, I'm feeling a sense of frustration, a sense of like these people, these things, this place is, I'm feeling like constantly up against a wall. Like there's no forward movement, there's no growth, there's kind of like nothing other than frustration. And so I feel like with the boundaries, you're saying, no, no more. And then with unconditional, so you're leaving this place of frustration, this place of stagnancy, this place of people not appreciating you. And what you're moving into is this unconditional acceptance, this unconditional love, unconditional growth, like people, jobs, whatever it is, allowing you to grow and be yourself. Okay, so let's get your tarot cards. What else can you tell us for pile number 2, please? What is replacing a negative situation in their life? Oh, your cards are active. Okay. The 4 of Cups, interesting. I love this for you. So you want more peace, you want more balance, you want more appreciation in your life, you want more fulfillment in your life. I'm curious what this card is because it cannot sit still. Okay, but we'll get to it in a second. I feel like there may have been a sense of solitude wherever you were. And I feel like you came to your breaking point, and I feel like you said, okay, that's it. You put up these boundaries, kind of put up a wall. I feel like if you're still here in this situation, that you have kind of a healthy wall that's up, a healthy boundary where you're saying, okay, so let's just say, for instance, that you're in a job that you don't like. And with that wall you put up, I feel like you're saying, okay, I have to stay here until I find another job. But for now, I've put up this wall, I put up this boundary, I'm going to go into work, I have like this white light of protection around me, and nothing's really going to bother me. And pretty soon I know that I'm going to find a new job and I won't have to be here anymore. So that could be what taking the lead is talking about, is finding a new job, you know, taking the lead in changing your situation. We have the Sun card. Look at this card. Do you see how pretty that is? And this is exactly what I just said. So there's a wall of protection around you right now. I feel like you're manifesting something better. You're manifesting a miracle. You're manifesting change. You are also learning how to stay calm and stay centered, staying balanced, and staying unaffected in an energy that some of you cannot leave right now. Okay, but you're in that process of change. You're in the process of figuring it out. Yep, see? I just told you you're in a process of change, and you get the Death card. So yeah, you're in the process of change, and I can tell you for sure things are going to change for you. I mean, obviously you have free will. If you want to stay where you are and not necessarily be happy, then by all means, that's your choice. But for those of you that want to take the lead and make a change, it's coming. It's definitely going to happen for you. Because I'm feeling like the energy, it's almost like you've become kind of a shell of yourself in a sense, which could be because you have up this really high wall that you're kind of guarded now. But I feel like that's going to change. I feel like you're really going to have this new life. You're going to feel like everything's opening up, like anything is possible after the Death card, after this happens for you. Yeah, you have the Five of Wands here. So whatever this situation, like this negative situation that we're talking about, what is replacing that? Let's talk about the negative situation for a minute. Whatever it is, I feel like you've tried and tried and tried, and no matter how hard you tried, you can't get through. So if it's a relationship, like a romantic relationship, it's like no matter what, you keep having arguments. It's causing anxiety. Even little tiny things are causing arguments. It's like nothing is getting through. Like you're not communicating. Nothing's working. I feel like it's basically the same thing. If this is like a work situation or where you're living, it's like nothing's working. You keep coming up against these walls. And this is what needs to change. This is what is going to change. And I feel also that you may not be accepted for who you are. You may not be accepted for, like, people may not be seeing your potential. People may not be seeing your worth. But you're seeing your self-worth. And I feel like that's what's making you take the lead and literally walking away from this negative situation. The Ace of Swords, yeah, this is kind of what I was just saying. It's like you're seeing your self-worth. You're no longer accepting something less than what you deserve. You're taking the lead here. Because you can't function with the Five of Wands anymore. It's just not working. It's not working on any level. It's almost like some of you may have even lost sight of your own goals, your own kind of self, like sense of self, because you got so caught up in this for a minute. And I feel that it was kind of like at one point, you're kind of like, wait a minute, what am I doing? I can't do this anymore. And it was kind of like this awakening that you had that made you say, okay, now I'm making changes. No one else is going to change my life but me. I'm going to do it. I'm going to take those steps. The Justice card. So interesting. Sorry, I have to laugh because how your cards are just lining up. So I see with the Justice card and the Ace of Swords that you're literally taking this Five of Wands. You know how I'm seeing these Five of Wands as kind of like ribbons that are all kind of blocking your way forward, and you're taking the sword and you're just cutting those ribbons so that you can move forward. Almost, you know what I just saw is the ribbon cutting ceremony. which is completely different from the Five of Wands, but it's kind of in line with what I just said with cutting those ribbons. And so you cut the ribbon and then you can go inside. So it's like the beginning of a business typically is when they do that. And so that's what I'm seeing here. So you setting boundaries, you saying, I've had enough, I'm taking the lead, I'm cutting this out of my life, you finding more balance. So you actively taking the steps to leave this behind. And I feel like throughout this process, because you've kind of put up these boundaries, I feel like you're doing okay in the situation. I feel like you've learned how to kind of be disconnected from it while you're still in it, so that you can have your peace of mind. And also look at the Sun card, how this person's like, no, I am in my Zen mode and I am going to figure this out. I'm moving toward the light and leaving the negative behind. So yeah, with the Justice card, this can indicate, anything legal, of course, like contracts. So a new job, signing a lease for a business or for a home. This could even be dissolving contracts. Okay, so let's say that you're in a marriage with someone and it's just not working. You've tried as hard as you can, but you keep coming up against the Five of Wands. And so this could be dissolving that so that you can then move forward. To find someone who will love you unconditionally, who doesn't have the same kind of argumentative nature is the Five of Wands, is what I'm feeling here. So let's see what happens next. So we have the Seven of Wands. Yeah, so this makes a lot of sense. So this is like a card of protection. This is a card of tackling things one at a time. So this is kind of what I was saying, how I feel like you're pretty protected. I feel like this transition isn't, of course, yeah, it's a bit stressful, but it's not overpowering. It's not taking over your life. And so I feel like you're going to do okay getting through this. I feel like something gave you a different perspective. Like I said, remember it was like with the Five of Wands saying, I can't do this anymore. I'm just going to cut this out. And so I feel like you've done that, right? Because obviously this card is up here. And then you have the Ace of Swords and the Justice card after it. So getting rid of that and then working on finding your balance again. With the Seven of Swords, I feel like, yeah, you do have some challenges in moving away from this negative situation and moving toward this miracle, toward fulfillment, but it's nothing you can't handle. I feel like your thoughts are pretty clear. With the Four of Cups, I feel like you might be able to really tune out distractions and move forward. So that's really, really good. We have the Two of Wands. Yeah. So as you're going forward, I feel also that you might be looking at things a little bit differently. You might be a little bit more cautious before accepting things or before going into things. It's like you may have a long road forward, but you know that it's going to be more fulfilling than where you were before. And so I feel like you might also be weighing your options now. Maybe, saying, okay, well, if I do this, what would happen? If I do this, what would happen? Kind of with the Justice card, weighing things, saying, okay, what is the best option? So I feel that if you're here now, you're trying to figure out what's the best move forward. Where do I want to settle my roots is what I'm getting. Because these here are making me think of like a drill bit. And so it's kind of like, I'm seeing like hanging something on the wall. So it's like, where do I want to land? Where do I want to move to? I'm seeing somebody moving into an office space and hanging up their credentials on the wall. So, and that's not going to be what's happening for all of you, but the sense that I'm getting, the energy that I'm getting is like, okay, I was in this negative situation. I put in all this hard work here to create more of a balance in my life. And I've tackled all of these things here. Now what? Now what do I want to do? So kind of like putting your credentials on the wall. It's like, okay, I've gone to school. I've done all that hard work. now, do I want to open my own office? Do I want to work for somebody? So kind of like figuring out your direction forward and just the energy of that. Like, where do you want to plant your feet is kind of the energy with the example of the office and the credentials on the wall. Kind of like, where do you belong? Where will you see your most growth? Okay, where will you be supported? Yeah, so that I feel is something that's going to be coming up for you or where you are right now. And with the Four of Pentacles, I'm feeling like you want to be somewhere where you can, like lay your roots. You want to be somewhere that is stable. You want to be able to stay here for a while. Because I feel like you don't want to like pick up and move again. Okay, whether this is a physical move or pick up and move from one situation into another situation, I feel like you're looking for something that's going to be more grounded, more stable, something that will fulfill everything that you need. Okay, so, and I feel that this is what you're going to be going into, is something that's more in line with who you are, what you want, your dynamic between the old situation and the new situation is quite opposite. So the old situation is the Five of Wands, which is just a chaotic energy. Nothing is productive here. Nothing's working here. The Four of Pentacles is much more stable energy. Okay, there's leadership here. There's communication. It's just more stable. We have the Empress card. Yes. So I feel like this new situation, it's fulfillment. Look, you have fruit here and you have fruit here. So there's fulfillment where you're going. You're going to feel, oh, there's even a pineapple as a hat. I love that. Okay, so where you're going is going to be intellectually stimulating. It's going to be feeding your creativity. It's going to literally be going from a toxic environment that you had in the Five of Wands to something that feeds your soul. It's healthy. It's you feel comfortable being yourself because you have some kind of unconditional support and love where you're going. And also not just that, but this is a place where you won't want to leave, which is important because the Five of Pentacles here, because this is kind of staying in place, having a good solid foundation. And how did you get here? You got here because you had the Death card and the Five of Wands. So you're leaving this chaotic situation so that you can open up your life to walk right into this. So I feel like this is that decision that needs to be made here with the Two of Wands. Maybe you have two options. Maybe this is a job. Maybe you have a couple different job opportunities. So maybe your past job or your current job has just turned into a toxic mess. Or maybe you're not making enough money, or, whatever it is. And so then you're taking the leads, you're sending your resumes out. Maybe you have a lot of options here. Maybe you weren't expecting to get 7 callbacks and you got these 7 callbacks and you're like, oh my gosh, I thought I might get 2 or 3, but I got 7. Now what? And so if that's the case with any situation, I feel you looking at each option and narrowing it down to 2. And then once you get down to 2, I feel like that's when you do kind of like a pros and cons method, and you really sit and meditate and figure out, what is the best option for me? Where will I feel most comfortable? Where will I have the most growth potential? Okay, the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying. You want to be fully committed to something. I feel like you're the type of person that gives your 100% all the time. And I feel like you weren't getting that in return in the situation that you were in, this negative situation. And so I feel like you're going to make the right decision. You're going to examine all of the possibilities here. I feel like you realize that things, like, you're not taking things at face value anymore. You're going to explore things. I feel like you don't necessarily need to rush into anything, especially with the Four of Cups. I feel like you're examining every single thing about each situation that you might be going into. And then I feel like when you make a commitment to this, you're going to feel 100% confident that you made the right decision. Okay. You're definitely not in a hurry. You have several cards here that indicate, I'm going to take my time. If I pass up on something, that's okay. Something else will come in. Okay, so let's get your last card. I also feel like whatever this is that you're going into, it's going to be committed to you. So a new job is going to be committed to your growth. The people there will really appreciate what you have to offer, those kinds of things, as well as you're giving that in return. The Nine of Swords, yep. So the Nine of Swords is indicating this negative situation, you don't need to worry about it. It's coming to an end. Okay. I'm feeling like this negative situation, somebody or something that was so challenging here, I'm getting a sense that whatever it was trying to suppress you, it was trying to make you almost feel bad about yourself or feel bad about your situation, or maybe just the situation itself was very oppressive. I just got, for some of you, this could be some kind of like health issue or anxiety or something like that, and you're taking the lead, you're getting control of it, you're healing. Okay, the Empress card can also indicate a time of healing. And I feel like you're committed to changing your situation. You're committed to finding that miracle, which you will. You have two rainbows here. So that is what I'm seeing here. All really, really good things happening for you. If you like this reading, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a private reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked in the description box below. I wish you all the luck. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, pile number 3. You have the blue opal, and your card is Be Authentic. So what I feel with this card is that the way, or what is replacing a negative situation in your life, is being your authentic self. So being in situations that align with your soul, allowing yourself freedom of movement to move away from negative situations, moving into a situation that feeds your soul, listening to your intuition as well, I feel is important here. I feel like there's a sense of not letting other people make decisions for you. You saying, no, I don't want that. I want something better for myself. So really kind of, I'm getting self-care. So maybe taking care of yourself better. So that could mean a lot of things. That could mean anything from the food you eat to the situations that you're in, right? So looking for better situations for yourself. I feel like it's really kind of, okay, so I'm seeing somebody who wants something better for their life, and somebody who is kind of waking up to what that could be, okay, waking up to the possibility of what could be. And I feel like the way that you're going to find that is by being yourself, by doing things that interest you, by pursuing things that interest you. And I feel like that is how you will see these changes in your life. So Spirit is saying, like, don't hide from your true self, okay? And also, like, being yourself, you're going to find your soul tribe. You're going to find the perfect place for you. You're going to find the perfect community, the perfect people who will appreciate you. So let's look at your oracle cards first and get some more information for you. Okay, what is replacing a negative situation in pile number 3's life? Inner peace. Do you see how peaceful this card is too? So, okay, a couple things here. So I feel like when we ask what is replacing a negative situation in your life, I feel like where you've been before, it hasn't been peaceful. I feel like emotionally it's been unbalanced. So I feel like there's healing that might need to take place. And so what is replacing a negative situation in your life? Inner peace, okay? I feel like you're going from a negative situation into a more peaceful time. I feel that you're going to be around people who appreciate you, people who love you, your community, your soul tribe. I'm getting like Two of Cups energy here, which is like finding a perfect balance, finding situations that appreciate you, situations that that are kind of just meant for you, right? Things that balance you out. So I'm getting much more balance coming into your life. Wonders. I feel that with you being your authentic self, with you no longer accepting things that don't truly match up to your personality, to where you want to go in life, to how you see yourself and what you deserve, I feel like it's going to open up a whole new universe. Again, I get a sense of healing here with the crystal. So definitely a sense of healing, kind of your inner self, your inner child, being around people, places, things that appreciate you for who you are. And I feel like with Wonders, you're going to be kind of maybe a little bit surprised at the doors that open for you and the people that are drawn to you when you kind of take a stand and you say, no, this is who I am. Take it or leave it, you know? And I feel that you're really going to be a little bit at first kind of in awe of how things start to fall into place for you once you do that. Okay. What else can you tell us for pile number 3? What is replacing a negative situation in their life? Okay, this card really wanted to come out. Oh, maybe it's both of them. Okay. Intuition. Yeah, I feel like you are, or you have really tuned into your intuition, feeling like, you know what, this is the time for me to be myself. This is the time for me to no longer try to be somebody that somebody else wants me to be. No longer be somebody that I thought I was supposed to be, but I'm not really that person. So I'm feeling kind of like an awakening. I'm seeing you walking away from something, which could be walking away from an inauthentic self, walking away from a job, walking away from people, walking away from where you've lived and moving somewhere else. Whatever it is, I feel that there's some kind of transition that you're going through, that you will be going through. It's guided by your intuition and your emotions, okay? Like, how do things feel? Like, I'm not being my true self. This doesn't feel right. What does feel right? And then really kind of tuning into your intuition, your inner voice, listening to the universe, trying to guide you somewhere that's better suited for you. Truth. I mean, being authentic and truth go together so well. Finding your truth. Listening to your truth, knowing where you belong, okay? Knowing what is meant for you. Knowing, standing in your truth, knowing that this negative situation that you were in or that you are in was not your truth. It's like, this is not me. This is not my negative energy. This is your negative energy, or this place's negative energy. I know that this isn't my negative energy. So therefore, I'm going to remove myself from this negative energy. Is kind of the energy of what I'm seeing. And I'm also seeing like a flower blossom. I'm seeing like being in a situation where this plant or this flower can't flourish. and then being removed from that situation, and then being able to grow and flourish and blossom. That's the energy that I'm seeing here. Let's get your tarot cards. Okay. For pile number 3, what is replacing a negative situation in their life? So we have the Crown of Pentacles, which is the King of Pentacles. Very interesting. Where you're going is going to... okay, how do I say this? These changes that you're making are going to last a lifetime. I feel like you're going to be building something, planting seeds. Do you see this person has like little seeds falling from their hand here? Can you see that? I don't know if it's really coming up on the camera. But so yeah, so you're going to be planting seeds. Look at all the growth here. Get all of the nutrition, all of the comfort. Okay, I'm also getting comfort. I'm getting inner peace is what I'm getting. Okay, I feel for some of you, okay, this is an important message. I feel for some of you, you may be leaving a situation that, okay, let me just give you this example and then kind of feel the energy of what I'm saying, because the example won't probably apply to every single person. But it's like if you're working in a job and you just don't like this job, maybe you're not appreciated there, maybe you're not making enough money, or maybe you're making a lot of money. Okay, this is where it comes in. Maybe you're making a lot of money, but you hate what you're doing. And you have a fear of, I'm not my authentic self here. I have to act like I'm somebody else when I'm here, but I am terrified that I'm not going to make enough money. Okay, I can tell you that you're going to be okay financially. Okay, you might need to figure things out for a little bit. And of course, don't quit your job unless you have some kind of savings or something like that. I'm telling you that because where you are right now does not seem to be aligned with your authentic self. And so leaving that place, finding your authentic self, and this doesn't have to be a job, this can be anywhere you are, leaving that place and really figuring out your authentic self, understanding that inner peace is much more important. Your health, your sanity is much more important than where you currently are. Okay, so understanding that and moving forward, what I'm seeing, what Spirit is showing me is that you will be in awe with the Wonders card of how things fall into place, how the universe helps you open doors, how the universe shows you the path forward. Okay, so I know it can be scary, but Spirit says try not to let that overpower you. Look at this. You have the Two of Wands. There's a decision for you to make. And I feel like the decision to be made is walking away from that negative situation and then figuring out, okay, well, then what? Look at this. This person has the world in their hand. And they're taking steps forward on this path, trying to figure out, okay, well, now what? So it's also the Wonders card can apply here as well. It's like the world is your oyster. Like, what do you want to do? What do you want to create? It's the energy I'm getting here is that. And another thing, hold on, let me come back to that in a second, because I'm seeing everybody holding this globe. Like, you know, obviously this is a pentacle, but I'm feeling like you have the world in your hands. The world is your oyster. What is it that will make you happy? What is, like, what can you do? What is the next step? What will bring you into your authentic truth? There's a lot of growth coming up for you. The Four of Swords. So definitely meditate on it. What's most important here? I'm feeling like for some of you, The situation that you're in is unhealthy. Okay. I'm feeling like it's very unhealthy. It's causing anxiety, maybe even insomnia. There's a sense of a lack of inner peace. Well, oh yeah, that card says that, but I just literally saw it in my mind. Like a lack of nutrition. It's like, even if you're taking in nutrition into your body's not processing it correctly because this energy is so stressful or so negative or whatever it is. It's like you're just not feeling right, okay, in whatever situation this is. And so by moving into your authentic self, you're going to be releasing that and moving directly into where you're supposed to be. So another thing I'm getting with the Four of Swords here is, as you're going through this transition, try not to stress too much about how it's going to work out, because it is going to work out. Remember, I told you some of you are really, really worried about finances. Spirit says it's going to be okay. You're going to make things work out. Okay, so here you have the Crone of Swords, which is the King of Swords. And so with the King of Swords, this is kind of what I just said, where you're figuring things out, okay? All of your ideas are coming together. Things are also not as chaotic here. Okay, so it's like you've worked through the chaos, you've listened to your intuition, you've gotten all the facts, all the details, you figured it out. You've also listened to your spirit guides. You see these birds here, they're actually saying something. So yeah, there's huge transformation. And with the bow here, the arrow's missing. Okay, we only have the sword, but we don't have an arrow. You know why? Because you hit your mark. Okay, you hit your mark and you're saying, okay, there's just so much success. What I'm seeing with the Crone of Swords, which again is the King of Swords, is understanding that you made the right decision to walk away, a sense of relief, a sense of understanding, a sense of peace. Okay. Also a sense of truth. Look at that. You have truth right here. That's because you step into your truth, your true self. The Devil card. Yeah. So with the Devil card, I feel like this is your negative situation here. Some kind of control. Again, for some of you, it could be there's a worry about money. There's a worry about, will I make the same amount of money, or how will I take care of myself? If I leave the situation, like what's going to happen? And what I'm seeing is that you're going to be everything's going to come together. I feel like the King of Swords here with the sword is cutting off, because can you see that, how this shackle is actually cut right here? So I feel like you're cutting that shackle off. You're able to move forward. You're able to move past your fears. You're able to move past what other people are saying, what any self-doubts that you have. You're able to break free of those and move forward. And also, I feel like a big part of this is using your intuition, knowing that you don't belong where you currently are or where you are. And you know that your inner peace is worth so much more than anything that this negative situation could bring you. Okay. Is that just one? Yeah, that is two. Okay, we'll get to that card next. Okay, so look at you. So now you have the Crone of Cups, which is the King of Cups. So King of Pentacles, King of Swords, King of Cups. You have some very prominent energy here, some very, very strong energy. And see, this is what I'm saying. Up here you have inner peace, and the King of Cups represents that inner peace. There's balance here, there's peace, there's working through negative situations, looking at things differently, understanding that, let's just say, again, let's go back to the example, because this is like the energy that I'm feeling, where something may look very attractive with the Devil card, something may be financially fulfilling, something may be You know, like if you have that job and you're making more money than you ever thought you would make, and you can buy things that you want, you can go out to nice dinners, you live in a nice place, whatever it is, but you don't have inner peace. It's kind of like, is it worth it? Okay. And it doesn't have to be a work situation. It doesn't have to be a money situation. But what Spirit is saying with the Four of Swords is that your health, your inner peace, your authenticity, your being your true self is more important than those things. And not just that, because I understand, like, you know, maybe you have a large house payment and you're saying, well, I can't just quit. I can't just do this. I can't. Right. I get that. But the other thing that the universe is saying here with the Wonders card and being authentic is that when you fall in line with your true self, everything else follows. And we see that here with the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the King of Cups. Fulfillment on multiple levels here. And financially, you'll be okay. You'll be more than okay. You have the King of Pentacles. That is an abundance card. Okay, now you have the Queen of Swords. I mean, look at your cards. Okay, so the Queen of Swords. So there's definitely an understanding. I feel like you're in this process of saying, no, I do need to be my authentic self. I can't do what I've been doing. It's too stressful. It's too draining. It doesn't feel right anymore. Maybe the situation worked for you before. Maybe you've changed. Maybe the situation is exactly the same, but you've changed, you've grown. Maybe you've had incredible financial abundance with where you've been, but maybe it's just not fulfilling. Maybe you have a lot of money in the bank. You have, you know, the car you want, you have the house you want, you have, you know, any kind of luxurious items that you want, but you're not feeling fulfilled. It's kind of an empty situation where it's like, well, I have all this money, I've had all this success, but now what? Like, I don't feel myself. So maybe you're transitioning from incredible success, but feeling tied down. So maybe you're transitioning into something else. Maybe you're seeing that life has greater meaning to you than where you have been. Maybe it worked for you before. Maybe it's not working for you now. And so, especially because you have the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords here, it's like you're looking at things differently. There could have been something that happened in your life that made you say, you know what? Life is more than this. I need more in my life. Like, my inner peace, my health is not worth this financial abundance. So maybe you're about to break off into something else. And you see that the Queen of Swords also has this arrow. So it's like, I mean, not the arrow, it has the bow. It's like taking your idea and seeing your mark and hitting your mark. Okay. So that's what's replacing this negative situation. Finding your authentic, true self. I feel finding peace of mind, getting back to health. Okay, which could be physical health, mental health. It could be both. It could be getting into a healthy environment. Okay, like something that feeds your soul. With all the nutrition here that I see on the King of Pentacles, it's like something that's going to feed your soul, something that's literally going to provide nutrients for your mind, your body. We have the Six of Wands. Whatever it is that you're going to be walking into, you're going to be successful. Okay. Another thing that that these kings and the queen could be representing situations, could be representing people. Okay. Like, you're going to be guided into these new situations, into these powerful new situations and people and places and things that are all going to come together. Whatever it is, for the different people who are watching this, it's very powerful, very, very powerful. And you're going to have so much success, a lot of success, a great sense of fulfillment. I'm feeling a sense of with whatever choice you make, you're going to make the right choice, because I feel like you're going to meditate on it for a while. You're really going to evaluate these decisions that you're going to have coming up and what steps you need to take in order to make each of those decisions happen. So kind of like weighing your options. Yep, we have the Tower card here. So with the Tower card, look, the Tower card has scissors here, and there's a paintbrush and a palette here. Flowers, heart, a skull. There's so much going on in this Tower card. In this Tower card, I see the Death card. I see the Justice card. I see kind of like the Ace of Cups. I see growth. I see almost like the Lover's card. I'm seeing so many different representations in this card. So, okay. So let's get into it. With the Tower card being right below the Four of Swords, there's something about this negative situation that can't keep going on. Okay, I feel that it's destructive to you physically or mentally or both. It could be creating a sense of unbalance in your home life. So there might be that you don't have a work-life balance, or it could be that whatever you're doing, if it's not related to work, that you're bringing that into your home, which is supposed to be your safe space, right? You're supposed to find your inner peace in your home. So I feel like whatever the situation is, with you starting to feel this way, or you having felt this way for a while, it needs to stop. So it needs to come to an end. With the Tower card, I feel that the universe is saying, okay, you can make this decision on your own, or we're going to make it for you because this is not healthy anymore. So the universe is advising you to tune into your intuition, tune into your inner truth, your true authentic self, and say, okay, I need to make some changes. What should I do from here? Yep. The High Priestess. So this is you kind of tuning into that intuition. What I see with the High Priestess is that there is something that's missing from where you are. Okay, so let's go back to the example. Let's say that you've been incredibly successful in your career. You've made a lot of money. You've had a lot of public recognition. You've gone through the ranks, but something's missing. Okay, that's what we see here. So what is it that's missing? What do you need to do to get that missing piece? What is the key, right? There's an egg here. And so I'm feeling like you're on the verge of walking into something new, creating something new for yourself, really, really tuning into your intuition. The High Priestess is, in my opinion, the most intuitive card in the deck. And you also have an intuition card here. So really tuning into that and seeing what is out there for you. Look at the universe behind you, sitting in this chair. Like, again, the world is your oyster. There's so many things waiting for you. So the universe says, be bold, figure out what's missing, and you will find the answers to replace anything, with so much more abundance on all levels. Because remember, you have the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the King of Cups. So all levels are going to be enhanced and replaced. So we have the Moon card. Yeah, this is another intuitive card. And this can also indicate that you don't have all the information, that something's missing, that something's not quite right, okay? And look at this. There's kind of like an arrow, but it looks almost like what are those little spray guns called? I can't think of, I think there's a name for it, but anyway, you probably get my point here. So it's kind of like taking these bows that you have in these two cards and setting your intention and hitting your intention on target, okay? not knowing exactly what the steps are moving forward, but knowing that you're going to figure it out. Okay, like the Two of Wands here. Okay, there's all these steps here and trying to figure out, which direction do I want to go? I'm feeling like you're so powerful that you're going to hit your mark. You're absolutely going to hit your mark, and the universe is going to help you. The universe is going to help guide you. Okay. The Sun card. Do you see this card? Do you see how happy, how fulfilled, how much energy this person has? So look at the Four of Swords compared to the Sun card. I feel like you're tired right now. I feel like you're worn out, you're tired, you're drained, you're feeling like, kind of like whatever situation you're in, this negative situation is quite literally draining the life out of you. And with the Four of Swords being right above the Tower card, that is the universe trying to wake you up, trying to say, okay, you need to make some changes in your life so that you can be the Sun card. So that you can say, hey, I finally woke up. I am my authentic self. I am living life. I am happy. I'm fulfilled. I'm doing what I love. I'm successful. I'm more successful now than I was before. Okay. Everything coming together here because you're standing in your truth. So that is what I see replacing a negative situation in your life. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a private reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching and good luck.